Hello. I am still kind of sick, so sorry for my voice, but I wanted to talk about something that I encountered recently that kind of blew my mind wide open. And I never thought of it in this way before. And that is in regards to the micro identities of the queer community, but also the ways in which micro identities find their way into just generalized feminist spaces too. And so I had this conversation that just blew my mind open. It started with the micro identities of lesbians and how people categorize themselves into top or bottom, or pillow princess or stone butch, or there's endless ones, femme and butch and whatever. Anyway, and how it's like to categorize yourself into these micro identities within the larger identity, really doesn't allow us to see each other as the things we have in common, which can be very problematic and divisive, obviously. If we appreciated each other all as lesbians, we could connect and work through so much stuff when it comes to patriarchy and feminism. But then the conversation switched to something that blew my mind. And how I never saw it this way before, but it is so true that FEBfem, female exclusive bisexual feminist, is just a micro identity that obfuscates the reality of the situation, and that they're just bisexuals. They are women who are and have the ability to be attracted to men, and therefore have the ability to engage in the privilege that allows them in a heterosexist society. And though they choose at this time to only date women, that does not give them an out. And I feel like my mind has been blown open because though I do respect and appreciate FEBfems, categorizing themselves in that way obfuscates the reality that they are just bisexual. We've, as lesbians and radical feminists, how many times have we said things like, well, there's bisexuals and then there's FEBfems? No, they're the same. They're the same. It's just a micro label that obfuscates the reality of your position in a heterosexist and patriarchal society. Mind blown. What the person that I was talking to said was, so she said, I'm a lesbian and I don't like it, the term FEBfem, because it's a micro label. Just say you're bisexual and stop using the way men treat you for saying that to create a new micro label that sidelines the fact that you hold privilege over lesbians. Whoa. And then she said, we tell them not to use the term political lesbians, and it's almost like they're like, well, how else can I obscure my bisexuality to appear more lesbian? Aha, FEBfem. What? Whoa. And it's kind of true. Ultimately, I do respect a woman who has the choice to only partner with women. I do respect that. But this is absolutely correct in that it has been used to obfuscate the privilege that these women do hold over lesbians in a heterosexist patriarchy. And my mind, I can't stop saying it, but my mind was blown because it's so true. And when we stop speaking in plain language, things get hidden and obfuscated so much more easily, and it can even change our thinking. Language can change the way you think. That's why the trans cult is so adamant on the pronoun stuff and not misgendering and whatever, because if you can change the way people speak, you can try to change the way they think. And that applies here too. bisexual women have privilege over lesbians. They have the quote unquote proper attraction to men, and they can choose the privilege that comes with that. So, though I respect those who do choose to partner only with women, let's not get it twisted. FEBfems are just bisexual. Wow. Mind